want to thank you for being on this journey with us as we're going through the book of 1 Corinthians. We're on week 2 now, and so of course that leads us into 1 Corinthians 2. Last week I thought was great. We had some people comment and share what stood out to them. I love that, and I just want to encourage you to do that as well. It doesn't have to be anything long. It can just be something extremely short. It can be as short as, I like verse 9 because it makes me feel like God has a lot more for me. It could just be something as simple as that. So today what sticks out for me from 1 Corinthians 2 is this teaching on the Holy Spirit and how he gives us this wisdom, how no eye can see, no ear has heard, no one can comprehend, but God has given it to us. And he's revealed it to us by his Spirit. Now, Holy Spirit does a lot. There are a lot of different things that he does, but we can kind of summarize it or break it down into 2 categories. He is within us, and he comes upon us. So he is within us for our own good. So he is within me for my good, but he comes upon me for the good of others. And the difference is really quite striking. It is mind-bending to understand that the God of the universe, that Spirit is inside of us, that the Spirit that searches even the deep things of God is inside of us and is here to help us and to lead us into all truth. That's amazing, and that is incredible, and that is also what helps us to be able to help other people, to influence other people, to encourage other people. I believe a lot of things are important to God. Not least of which is the discovery of his truth. God has placed his Spirit inside of us so that we can discover the amazing truths that he believes about us. And so I gotta tell you, I'm just really excited to get into today's reading. So let's get into it. We speak of God's secret wisdom, a wisdom that has been hidden and that God destined for our glory before time began. Now here we are in verse 9. No eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love him. And so God has so much for our benefit that he has in this world, in our hearts, the joy that we can feel. God has so much for us, and it's absolutely incredible. And humanly speaking, we just can't grasp it. We just can't actualize it. But God has revealed it to us by his Spirit. The Spirit teaches all things, even the deep things of God. Imagine you've lost something in an area that you're not too familiar with. And so you can try to look and search and figure out on your own. And you might find something there. But what if we twist the situation a little bit to having the person who created it, who is so intimately involved and aware of this, and now they come and help you out. They are searching with you to find the deep things. This is essentially what we're saying here, that the Holy Spirit searches the deep things of God. For who among men knows the thoughts of a man except the man's spirit within him? In the same way, no one knows the thoughts of God except the Spirit of God. Just another way of saying that God helps us to understand his thoughts and his beliefs about us and about the world around us, and that he helps us in the process of understanding that. Later on we call this the mind of Christ. Now he has given us the mind of Christ, and it is a process of discovery to continually develop it. And I'll just go down to verse 16. For who has known the mind of the Lord that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Christ. We have been given the mind of Christ, and it is something that we get to learn into and live into. Now I could go on about this for a long time because I really, really, really love this chapter. But I want to hear what you have to say. Could you please just in the comments just write something really brief about what stands out to you in here?